Hello everyone and welcome to the video on feature scaling. Feature scaling is a quite important concept and you will obviously need it when you do machine learning. It's quite a useful concept in real life. When your data has different values and values maybe that were different measured with different measurement units, it is obviously difficult to compare them. For example, you can't compare kilograms and meters, and you can't compare altitude with time. So the answer to this problem is feature scaling. So we can scale data into new values that are easier to compare. For example, it can be difficult to compare the volume 1 with the weight 790. But if we scale them both into comparable values, we can easily see how much one value is compared to the other. There are different methods for scaling data, and in this video I will show you a method called standardization. Standardization uses this formula x minus u whole divided by s. Z is the new value, the return value, x the original value, u is the mean, s is the standard deviation. U and s are very conventional symbols used for mean and standard deviation. So if you take the weight 790, the scaled value would be 790 minus 1292.23 divided by 238.74, which is minus 2.1. And similarly, if you scale the volume with volume of 1, the scaled value would be 1 minus 1.61 divided by 0.38, which is minus 1.59. Comparing 2.1 minus 2.1 with minus 1.59 is much easier than comparing 790 with 1. But you don't have to do the standardization and scaling nor manually. Python again comes to the rescue. The standard scalar object method will return a scalar object which has methods for transforming data sets. Okay, let us see an example. The first example, we import the necessary functions and libraries. Then we create a standard scalar object. We read in the dataset, create a list, a two-dimensional array actually, not a list. And then we fit and transform this array. Okay. So let us see. So yeah, you see when I run this, most of the values or all of the values in fact are quite close to 0. Now if you want to predict the CO2 emission like we did in the previous lecture, please watch it if you haven't. We can again call the linear regression method, create an REGR object, fit it, and transform the values first, and then use these transform values to predict the CO2. Okay, so you will see when I run this, you will see that I get 97.07, which is quite close to the 107 that we had gotten earlier using multiple regression. Okay, so thank you. That is all I had regarding feature scaling. It's an important concept, and yeah, you should dive deeper. Okay, thank you. Look forward to seeing you in the next lectures. Bye.